I'll read much anticipated, awaited update for the dogs. I've been having all sorts of trouble trying to get an update done. I've sacked off the live stuff because I've done a live on the 25th, done a few bits and bobs and uploaded it, and it's actually stalled any updates since. I keep saying on there, YouTube will processing will begin shortly. That was like 3 days ago, and I hadn't realised initially that hadn't gone on. And then, even worse, what I hadn't realised after that was it was holding up everything else behind it in the queue. So I deleted the 25th update, and the others didn't free up, so I had to delete them as well. So I've lost about like 2 or 3 updates, which is annoying. But I'll try and cover everything on this one. So it's the 28th now. So you can see the last 3 days, we had a £7 profit on the 25th, £14 and £19. They're a lot lower because we've got less green tracks left now. I'm going to look at maybe putting some of the reds back into the green and that looking good that haven't been in there before. So we are recovering, but slowly, and every day that goes by, there's a risk of something happening like one of these 2 days. So it's not ideal. 3 consecutive winning days, I would have wanted more than, ideally, I would have wanted more than £41 profit. When you look back at last week, one day we had £52 profit in one day, and 41 there as well. So that 3 days was only one day last week, so that's why I'm thinking maybe getting some more back in the green. So if I go through the strategies, then you'll see Doncaster failed again. I don't know if that was in the last update. I totally lost where I'm at now with the updates not working. But there's a couple of others which I haven't moved into here yet that have just happened. So as you can see, the actual main strategy now has got 2,079 bets on there, and we're running at minus £1.35. So we're negative on that one, obviously. I think it was plus 0.85 at one point. But not too concerned considering it's 2,000 bets and we've only lost £1.35. As you can see, both Doncaster and Crayford have paused. Now, Crayford was in the green, but for some reason it didn't pause in the green. So you can see here, it was the 25th for the update that I'd done. And I've just left it because once I realised I had problems, I didn't want to start advancing things that I hadn't shown you. So you can see here on the 25th at 11:09 and 11:24. So again, that blows out the theory of the late failures that were late in the evening. I think I've done looked at a few tracks that had failed in the green, and they were quite late on, after sort of 5 or 6 o'clock onwards, 8 or 9, a couple of them. These happened at 11 o'clock in the morning. So, however, if we go down to, so I need to put this into, I've actually put that into the spreadsheet, the 54.64 and the 51 pence, but I haven't reset this one yet, but I'll do that now. If we just quickly go down to the green, you can see that Crayford didn't stall, didn't pause, and didn't fail. So if we drop down to the 25th, you can see, 11:09 11:09 lost. It's odds of 7, but the 11:24 isn't there. So I'll go back up, I'll just have a look at the odds for the 11:24 one. This is slow because it's running on my VPS. 11:24. No, it was only odds of 4.2, so I have no idea why the green track did not get on that race because the odds were 4.2. I think we've been very fortunate in that respect because that should have been another green failure, to be honest. It just didn't place a bet on that race, and I have no idea why. Unless it's something to do with the number of dogs running, because I don't have the 6 dog limitation on the red. Maybe I should put that in. That's the only difference on the green is we have a six. We make sure there's 6 dogs running. I'll go back and have a look at that race actually and see if there was 6 dogs running. If there was, then I have no idea why it failed. This isn't closing back up. I think I might have lost count. It's done it there now. It's took a while. So I'm going to reset this one, and I am going to reset. I'll unpause it as well. And I'm going to reset Doncaster as well if I've recorded that information. Yeah, I've recorded the information here against Doncaster on the second failure. So that's twice Doncaster's failed in the red, and we haven't even had it in the green yet. I don't think it'll ever make it there, to be honest, by the looks of it. I've got an overall rating here, which is trying to take into consideration all the failures, and then it gives you an overall rating, and I've sorted the list by this rating, but I do need to do a little work on that because it's put Toaster at the top and it's never ever been in the green. So I probably need to do a bit more on that to make sure anything that's been in the green is getting weighted accordingly on that list, so I'll have a look at that as well. But in the meantime, we will unpause, we'll reset Doncaster, and we'll unpause that. I'm not sure why that hasn't reset. I was wondering why that hasn't gone up to 2. Right, that's reset there now, so it's gone up to 2 failures, so we can see we've got 2 failures in the red. And that's all the issues we've had really. And this Mullingar, I don't even know how you pronounce that, and I don't even know where it is. It's not something I've heard of. There was a meet for that the other day in the card list, and it got on absolutely nothing. So I do need to check that one to make sure there's nothing I've done silly in here. So just got the right venue in there, which is all that should matter really. I mean, I can't. Well, maybe it's possible that there was 10 or 12 races where the forecasts were all higher than 9.8. I will keep an eye out for that one again, but it got on absolutely no bets. And so then, if we move down into the green, so we've got Crayford up now. Just close that up. You can see we've still got the 3 ones that we lost on Thursday and Friday last week. Yeah, so it's now Tuesday. We still haven't lost any of our tracks, and it's disappointing the amount we're getting back on these because, like I say, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the green now. So we're obviously waiting longer for these tracks to have meets, and some of them, like Perry Barr's, only got on 7, and Suffolk Downs only got on 5. So I do need to look at maybe some of these red lists. We lost nothing today, Tuesday, so we'll see how much profit we get today, and I'll report back on that tomorrow. I think 343. I do put other bets on Betfair Exchange as well. During the day, I do other trade, but it has gone up probably about £8, not a lot. I'm just wondering if there's anything down here we could move in. Kinsley's 100%, but it's only got 2 out of 2, so it's not enough data. One more there's up to 41 out of 45, which is 91%, and 0.82. The only concern I do have with that is it lost on the red initially straight away, but that was a while back now. So I might move one more over. Start from the bottom going up beyond once already. Toaster's down at 84, which is a little low. Swindon's a little low at 83. Sunderland is already in the green. Can't remember what happened to Sunderland. I think it's in the green, isn't it? Not doing very well in the red, which is a bit of a concern. Yeah, it's already in the green, 25 out of 13, so it's only 83%, so that's not great, but it's already in there, so we'll wait until that fails. Or we could replace it with something higher. Any suggestions or ideas in the comments would be much appreciated. Don't want to lose any more greens at this point. We could replace something higher than 85, or whatever it says in the green. That's another option. Sheffield's up to 100%, 15 out of 15. See, I could do with going back in to the green, but the concern there is it's already lost once in the green. No, sorry, it hasn't. I'm thinking of, I think I was thinking of Nottingham there for a minute. No. Okay, so Sheffield's still going, but in the red, in the green, it's only done 10 out of 10. See, that's not enough when it's, I don't know, it's not getting, it doesn't seem to be getting on enough races on the green now when there's a meet. It's getting on 2 or 3, whereas initially it was getting on 5 or 6 per meet, which is when I was trying to look at averaging £5 per meet. 10 out of 10 for Newcastle as well, but obviously that's lost in the green already. Perry Bar, 31 out of 34 in the red, but in the green it's only done 7. I need to look at this to see why there's so few. There's a lot of discrepancies. I think one of these is set to a minute and one's set at 30 seconds, so I might try and do 30 seconds because, just let me check this if this is the 30 seconds or the 60 seconds. I'm just thinking as it gets closer to the off. Yeah, this is a minute for the red. It seems to be getting on certainly for Perry Bar, and it's got on a lot more. I suppose I only put Perry Bar into the green later on. I don't know how many won. I don't know what the count was on the red before I put it in the green, so that might be a factor as well. Yeah, so I will have a look at all these. Paul was already in the green. That's quite high, 94%. It's really Central Park's already in the green. Yeah, I will have a look at these in a little more detail. I might move one more down. So we've got 10 back in the green because at one point we were running with 12 in the green. And that was obviously accruing a lot more profit per day. Now we're down to 9 and we've lost a quarter of the profit. We've gone from 12 down to 9. So we've lost a quarter of the potential profit. So that's it for this one then. Just going back here, we'll see how much. It's the end of current week as well this week, so it's not been a very good week so far. Without today, it was £76, which is a total contrast to what we were last week. So that's it for today. I'll have a little bit more of a look and I'll try and get an update out tomorrow as well. Okay, thanks now. Bye.